and I lost two really close people to me during the pandemic.
I'm sorry.
Thank you. One was my spiritual teacher since I was 12 years old, and he died of stage 4 brain cancer, and I hadn't seen him during the pandemic. I couldn't go back for his, because that was still when it was like tight lockdown. So I couldn't go back for his funeral. And, he'd been the person who'd been such a key piece in my life. Wow. And then the other person pretty much in the same year was my best friend as a monk. So he was still a monk.
Wow.
And he happened to get cancer, and he passed away during the pandemic. I couldn't see him either. And he was my age. And so to lose someone that was, and he was still there. And so, And so when I saw your wonderful tribute to Virgil as well, I was like, how do you process something like that when, it's not only industry friends, but genuine friendship beyond that? And just
well, my first thought here is, why is it always the best people? Like, why is it always these people that are just such balls of light in everyone's life? It's like, so you just think about it and you're like, this is so unfair, and you're going through every emotion. And to be honest, it was really shocking, because not everyone knew what he was going through and suffering from. So it was really shocking. I'll never forget the day I found out, and it just absolutely obviously breaks your heart. And you can't help but be like, oh my God, did I ever say enough? Did I ever tell him enough? It's really interesting to share that feeling with so many people. Yeah. It feels good in a way. And you're just like, it makes you feel so human. And you're sharing this emotion with people that knew him, people that didn't know him, people that just loved him from afar. And it's just a really beautiful and incredible thing to a certain degree, but then also just obviously the most devastating thing. It hits so hard when so many people are talking about it and so many people are affected by it. So it was definitely a really shocking, really sad time. Yeah. It was, yeah.
Yeah, and it's really interesting what you said there is like, why, and I had that with my spiritual teacher for sure. I was just like he was, and what's really powerful about what I could at least remember from him at that time was that even though he had stage 4 brain cancer,